What's up guys, it's Matt Collins-Jones here, also known as the D365 Geek, and today we are talking about Power Virtual Agent and Microsoft Teams. Last week at Ignite, a little news story dropped which not a lot of people picked up on, but it was the fact that you can now embed Power Virtual Agent as well as things like Power Apps directly into Microsoft Teams. Now this is actually kind of important because when you embed them into it, it's not just embedding a bot, you get the full authoring and canvas capabilities that you have in Power Virtual Agent. Now, why is this important? Along with the announcement, and this is a thing that not a lot of people picked up on, is that if you are to use a bot in your Microsoft Teams, it is free. So you do not need to pay for additional licenses. As long as you have licenses to Microsoft Teams, you can use Power Virtual Agent internally for your bots. I think it gets a little bit trickier when you work out like guest access and everything else, but essentially if you're using it internally, absolutely free. I'll try and get some clarification on things like guest access and everything else. So today what I want to do is I want to walk you through how to enable Power Virtual Agent for your Microsoft Teams and go through some of my first impressions of how we do this and everything there. So let's take a look at it. So in Microsoft Teams, I'm in the web app because that's the one where my demo environment is. And we can see on the left, I actually do already have a bot installed. So this is my TED bot. This is a bot that I always create. It's always called TED. I don't really know why. And this is a bot that I've enabled for Microsoft Teams. So I use the older experience of creating a bot inside Power Virtual Agent and then embedding it in here using the Teams Maker portal. There's now a much easier way. So if I click on the three dots, and if I can add search in here and click on more apps. And if I search Power Virtual Agent, we can see it pop up here. And then I can click add, and it says quickly and easily create chatbots for Teams. That's exactly what we want to do. So we click on add. And then we get a nice little icon over here. And here we go. This is instantly created. And you can see the Teams icon, you see the Power Virtual Agent icon. Empower employees one chat at a time. So we have a little introductory video here that you can watch. There's a button here that says start now. And down here we have some content. So we can discover more about Power Chatbots, use a quick starter for a HR bot, watch a 1-minute video about bots and Teams, or join the community. There's also a link down here for more documentation. And as we kind of found with the Project Oakdale stuff and the Power Apps inside Teams, we also have these. We also have the tabs up here that allows us to navigate around places. So if I click on Chatbots here, it's going to show me a list of my environments. Now, I already created a Project Oakdale environment, and that's already enabled in this environment. So if you haven't done that part yet, you may have some additional steps to try to set up that environment. But essentially, it's showing me that I have this environment and I can create a chatbot inside this environment, and all the details are going to be stored in that Project Oakdale database. That's what actually brings the power of the Power Virtual Agent to Teams, is that Project Oakdale has enabled this. So as you can see, I don't have a chatbot in here at the moment. I can just click on New Chatbot. Then we wait for a second. And what we will get, here we go, loading environments. Right, so I need to give the chatbot a name. So obviously I'm going to call it TED because all my bots are called TED. And we can select a language. So these are the available languages. I think there are some preview languages. No, they're just not a preview. Yeah, some languages in here. So I can choose US English. Oh yeah, there's the preview languages. Polish, Korean, Hindi, couple types of Chinese. Unfortunately, there is no UK English, so we're going to have to go with US English. So all my colours will be spelled incorrectly. And we can click on Create. And then this is the same interface that you have with Power Virtual Agent. So you go in there and you're to create a new bot. It's going to ask you for the language, it's going to ask you for the bot name, and then it's going to go build the bot in the background, and then we're going to be able to use it. So it's doing certain things. It's creating the topics, it's creating the bots, it's creating the instances, it's creating all the computing power and everything else that we need in Azure, and it's going to do that in the background here. So it's trying to go away and build all these things, and we'll come back when this is ready to use. And we're back. That only took a couple of minutes, and it's now set up everything and it's now ready to use. So just walking you around the interface. Again, this will be very familiar to you if you've ever used Power Virtual Agent before. So we have the testing window on the left, so we can test the bot. We can also switch on whether we're trapped between topics, and we can reset. We can flag issues, we can save snapshots, etc., and we can do all this inside here. On the right hand side, we have some additional information, so ways to get started, publishing the bot, stuff like that. We also have links to the community forum and the ideas forum as well. I do highly recommend you get involved with the community. They will be a fantastic resource to you, especially while you're building bots and while you're building things in the Power Platform. Nobody has all the answers. I don't have all the answers. So I do highly recommend you get out there on the community, hashtag bot squad, and we'll try and help you out. And we also have some links here to like blog posts and things like that, so it's all good. So the navigation is on the left. We can kind of expand and contract it with the hamburger. That's what we're kind of used to. And we can see all the different things in here. So we've got things like topics. So let's contract that a little bit. So you are slightly limited with this because you are using slightly more real estate for the rest of teams. So it's one thing to be aware of, but it's not so bad. And in here we can look at our topics. We've got our system topics that are the same when we create bots. We also have our sample user topics here as well, and we can go in and we can edit these. So if I click on one of these just to show you the same sort of interface, I can hide the bot, should give us a bit more real estate. Again, we can add triggering phrases into here. We have descriptions of everything here, and we can go to the authoring canvas. So again, really similar experience as you find in Power Virtual Agent. It's just in Teams, and we can go through this and we see everything in the same way. Moving things around there, trying to get around the canvas a little bit. So yeah, I can click and drag around the canvas and see where I'm going. So that's all cool. I can go back to the topic details. I can test the bots. I can also go back to my entities. So again, I can create my entities in here. So I can add a new custom entity to my bot to store pieces of information, things like that. I can look at my analytics. So how often is my bot being used? What is the customer satisfaction? So when we get to the end of the bot and it asks you about like how was the experience, what are those sorts of things? So these are all going to be 0 because I've just created the bot. But I do have these great analytics in here and things like that. I can look at the sessions, find out how people have gone on. I can publish the bot. So that's what this publish button does. It's not gonna. It should pop up with here we go. Pops up with a link here, so we can publish the bot. So we can publish it, and we can start chatting with it in Microsoft Teams, and we can enable others to install the bot as well. So we have that ability straight from in here, and we also have the manage here, so we can see the details, the channels, securities, and skills. So the details is this is my bot. I can change the icon there in the channels. I can publish this straight to a Microsoft team. So you'll notice that when all these ones are kind of grayed out and have a little block mark on, so it says, it's basically saying these things are premium. Your bot and your bot licensing is currently not premium, and therefore you can't use this bot there, but we can absolutely publish it to Microsoft Teams, is kind of what it's saying there. In terms of security, we can set up security about who can access the bot. Again, these things will get a bit more complicated depending on your use case and things like that. Again, I'm not too sure on how the bot and the authentication works for guest access for people in Microsoft Teams and the licensing implications about that. I'll see if I can get some more information. And we can also look at skills. So if you're expanding your bot using the bot framework, you can add additional skills in here and you can use those things as well. So some really cool functionality, and we do have a new piece of the Power Platform to be using in Microsoft Teams. So Microsoft are definitely making Teams the one-stop shop for everything that you're doing for your collaboration, for everything. So now they don't want you to leave your Teams experience when you're building bots. They want you to stay in there so you can see everything. The one thing I wish Microsoft would do is if someone wants to chat with me, the only problem is if I'm building a bot in here and I get chat notification, I click on chat and then I come out of the bot and have to go back into it, etc. So I'd like a little button on my notification to say, hey, you got a chat, and just click that out into a new window. That would be great, Microsoft. Please do that. There we have it. I think this is a fantastic addition to Microsoft Teams, and again, a fantastic addition to the Power Platform family, and having everything in one place and being able to use a bot inside Microsoft Teams is going to be fantastic for organizations, especially if you're on that sort of early bot journey. So what do you guys think? Have you used this preview yet? It is in preview. Things are likely to change. Not everything's going to work exactly the way you think. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm also going to link down below about the licensing in terms of the fact that it's free for Microsoft Teams now, because again, it's something that I wasn't aware of until someone told me recently. And that's why I thought it was really important to highlight these things in these videos. I think going forward, I'm going to be making a lot of videos around Project Oakdale, around Power Virtual Agent in Teams, and the next one's going to be Power Automate in Teams, which is probably why a lot of people come to this channel. But yeah, let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you liked this video, if you could like and share it with your friends, that'd be great. If you've not already, click the subscribe button and stay up to date with all my latest videos, and I'll see you next time.